Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. I take shots to the top, I'll get it, I got.
Okay, we are up, buddy. Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to my new basement. It's great, isn't it? In this damped area and stuff. Unfortunately, it is haunted. Abe did die,
Yep, I'm a ghost now.
and he isn't here with us. I got a Ouija board out. So, Abe, I know you're dead and all, but how's your day?
Not too bad, you know. I've been better, but I'm just making the best of the fact that I'm a ghost now. More importantly, Randy, how are you feeling?
Oh my god, they've never asked what the host is feeling today. I don't know how to answer this. We could have rehearsed this, you know?
No, just putting you on the spot, but that's okay because none of that matters. What matters is today's topic, which was suggested by one of our viewers.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be a small little segment of us talking about conspiracy theories, because your boy here doesn't know a whole lot about them, but he really enjoys listening to them. And yeah, I forgot to mention, you're kind of unprepared for that. Notice the tinfoil hat? Yeah, you should have put one on.
I didn't get the memo.
No, it's going to get crazy.
Am I worried about my brains being fried or
Hey,
something?
anything's possible when you're talking about conspiracy theories.
Is the government listening?
They're always listening.
God damn it! So basically, you're telling me we're exploring the unknown, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about conspiracy theories, ghosts, things that are just trauma. What are you doing?
I'm exploring the unknown.
What? Why?
Because I got a Coke Spice. Never had it before. Live on stream. Not sponsored.
Well, you enjoy your spicy Coke.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it.
Oh yeah, we already know. It's just Dr. Pepper.
Sure doesn't taste like Dr. Pepper.
It's whatever.
It'll really just taste like if you... Do you know those like jumbo, like chewy candies or jumba or something? Or is it mumba?
No.
Oh,
I
so they get...
I actual good candy.
Yeah, so it literally tastes like you put that in a Coke.
Interesting.
It's not great.
Oh.
So that's how I feel.
Well, now we know the unknown, and Coke Spice isn't that great.
Okay, go ahead with your conspiracy theories.
Oh God, no, we can't just jump into that. We
Nope.
gotta ease into it. Jeez.
No, you go in raw.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right.
No. Okay, here we go. All right. Start out slow.
Okay.
The world is flat.
Bro, you said we
No,
were going
we're
slow.
going straight into it. The world is flat, and the reasoning behind that is
I'm gonna let you say your piece already.
who has told us that it is round?
Cameras, the government, NASA.
Right there. The government and NASA.
Yeah.
Okay, have you actually seen a round Earth with your own eyes, or just images on the internet?
Okay. Can I say another thing? Jeff Bezos. He's been there, space. William Shatner.
Bro, these are all people that are like controlling us. They're the
Shut
higher
up.
ups. What is that? What? No, I will not. I will not shut up. You cannot keep me quiet.
I'm waiting for like the door, just like someone just bangs on our door to say, "FBI, open up!"
No,
He's
dude.
letting it out.
I got my tinfoil hat on, and the people, they're gonna know. They're gonna know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so okay, if you guys don't believe me, okay, it convinced me.
Convince you
Yeah.
that the world is not flat.
Yeah, convince me that it's round.
Well, do you not see all the like images that the scientists have pulled up? We've looked at the sun and stuff. So that's round. Mars and Venus is round. We have a Earth's core. We got science.
Nah, dude, we got a hollow Earth.
Hollow Earth.
Yeah, we got inside our Earth is another.
You
another-
literally have tried to explain this concept of worlds.
Nah, dude, inside our Earth is a hollow Earth with its own ecosystem, and that's where all the kaiju's live. Have you seen Godzilla versus King Kong? Like that? That's not made up, dude. That's live, actual
How
footage.
high are you?
I am a ghost. I can go as high as I want.
You know what? You
Gravity does not apply to me anymore. And that's another thing, gravity. How do we know that actually exists? Have you seen gravity? No. Someone just told
you.
you.
Can see gravity.
someone-
You throw an object up in the air and it comes back down. What else would push it down? Got him.
No.
It's more believable.
It's called gravity. That's what causes it to fall down to the ground.
Yeah, you said that you weren't sure that gravity was real.
I'm not saying that it's real. I just said it's gravity. You asked what does it, and it's gravity because that's what we were taught. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a physical.
But is it real?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you this. Okay. So, from a child, if I told
I
you,
feel the same pain right now. So just facepalm.
hey, I will convince everyone by the end of this podcast.
I don't think you will. I don't think you'll win this conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But why is it when we like? Hold on, give me a sec here.
I think I just made
no. Let me,
checkmate.
no. Let me think. So, when we depict the Earth and
Uh-huh.
everything, why is it that we depict it flat?
Wait, why would we depict it flat?
What-
We would depict it as round, right?
But we don't.
Don't we? Are you talking about like the non-globe map because it's a piece of paper and there's no way to like fold it into a round object?
Exactly. But I mean, like, okay,
I-
for example, United Nations. Why is their logo flat and not round?
Bro, sorry, we didn't get 3D graphic artists to make your thing.
You know, when you play like video games like Civilization, I'm playing on a flat Earth.
Cause that's just game mechanics, bro.
But see, I mean,
Hey, we need to get you on a plane. We need to get you on a plane so you can see from up top how we can go elevate and everything.
nah, I'm not getting on a plane.
For you guys that don't know, Abe was terrified about planes.
I'm not getting on a plane. You can't. Like seeing the edge of the Earth would just terrify
You
me.
would not see
You
the
would-
edge of the edge of the earth. Someone has rode a plane all around the world. There's no edge.
Okay. So you're trying to convince me that, you know, that gravity is real, that the Earth is round, and that we're orbiting around the sun and everything. Okay, so explain to me how when we're spinning thousands and thousands of miles around the sun, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you got gravity that's supposedly holding us to the earth, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You have such a well knowledge about this. I don't understand
all
why you
right.
argue.
No, but this is a hard-hitting fact. This is where it's going to happen. So, if that's all going on at the same time, so how do we have the ability to get into space to begin with?
With enough speed and velocity and everything. Like, you could, if you shoot something that has enough power, I'm just gonna throw the law of Newton book at your face.
Okay,
you have enough power to shoot up,
okay,
basically.
so power, right?
Yeah.
You're saying we got the power of
Power
rockets.
and energy transfers the big missile plane thing up in the air.
So we're essentially we're fighting gravity, right? We're a greater force than gravity.
Yeah, it's the same concept. If you throw an apple in the air, you're defying gravity.
Okay, so I'm not a scientist. I'm a ghost. Bear with me.
I'm understanding why you became a ghost.
Okay.
Like you died of something stupid, didn't you?
so you're telling me, we have the ability to go into space with rockets because we're defying gravity. We're putting a greater force on. No, hold on. Okay, we're putting a greater force against gravity to get into space. So you're telling me that a rocket that's probably going, I don't know, maybe 500 miles per hour, maybe faster.
Sure, I don't know those science.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't either. Has enough force to break through gravity, but the round Earth spinning in space millions and millions of miles at a time doesn't have enough force to just fling us all off of it?
Because it's not. The force is a constant force. It's not over objectifying the force to break it out of the loop. You just look so confused.
It just doesn't make sense.
You needed more PBS.
If I shove you on the ground, gravity will help me, and you'll fall.
Okay, now if we put your hand against my hand and we apply the same amount of force, we're gonna be there for the end of time until I lose force or you lose force. That is the perfect balance that we have.
You just activated my trap card.
God damn it.
You just said you needed equal amount of force pushing up against each other to kind of keep us stationary in one spot.
You for real believe this? I mean, you've been saying this for years.
Bro, I believe what I choose to believe.
You know what? I can't argue that. Anyone can believe whatever they want.
Because
as long as it doesn't hurt people.
Because if you sit there and you tell me that you truly believe that the Earth is round, and that's because you were taught that your entire life, that's because NASA has shown you photos that it's round, then at that point you're just a follower. Okay. You're refusing to branch out and believe something different. I may believe that the world is round. I may believe that it's flat. I honestly don't care what it is. I just live on it. It's it's Earth. But me,
you're wrong.
No, but to me, okay. Well, no, hold on. We're getting off topic. My trap card. We gotta go back to that.
Okay, your trap card.
Yeah,
okay,
you said equal force of gravity. Mm-hmm. Pushing up against each other keeps us planted, right? Mm-hmm. So, I as a kid, did you ever go on one of those carousels?
No, because they took it out of their school because they're dangerous.
Oh, well, I lived in a better time.
God, every time.
Right?
Everybody says they live in a better time.
We had those as kids. But as a kid, you had like an adult or an older brother who would spin it really, really fast, right? What would your body naturally want to do? Fly off of that carousel.
Because you have an excessive amount of speed and force to break you out.
Exactly. So that is what the Earth is doing, right? And you said gravity is pushing on us.
Now I'm going to use your same argument. Checkmate, bitch.
What?
If someone is on that carousel and someone is spinning it, but very slowly, they're not going to fling out of it. They're just going to stay on it. Because if you're not going as fast as possible, they're not going to fling out. You just slowly go on it. And just slowly push it. That's the Earth. It's slowly going. It's not. exceeding the max force where it's spinning as fast as possible, where we're gonna be flinged out and then we're all gonna die because of the cold.
So what you're saying is we're slowly moving through space.
Yeah, I mean, the enough force to where we could still have seasons, but it's also enough force where we're still part of the sun's gravitational pull to keep us in place.
Okay, so what makes more sense? Us slowly going through space, or the fact that we're a flat Earth and things are slowly going around us because we're standing still?
God damn. I don't know.
Why do you only see one side of the moon?
Doesn't it rotate?
Yeah, it rotates, right? Because, apparently we're on an orbit with the sun and the moon's on an orbit with us. So if we're slowly moving through space, does that mean the moon is slowly moving at the right pace where we can only see one side of it at all times? So that means we would have to literally get our speed to match up with their speed just perfectly, so we're rotating in space at the same time where nothing moves, but we are moving at the same time.
I need to open a P.O. box and just everybody send me their science books and I'll make Abe read it. Just gonna throw the textbook. Okay. God, I don't understand how you can believe this.
Oh, okay, all right. We'll take a break here. We'll take a break. Let's change it up a bit.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So.
What other crackpocket idea do you have?
Okay. So. It's a great.
Also, also said I could also say you're a follower of the flat earthers.
I'm not a follower of the flat earthers. I just think that they have an interesting point of view on how they view the earth.
Also, I would like to refer from another podcast from Distractable. I just remember Mark saying one of the saddest one of the craziest mind-blowing moments for a person could be is sending a flat earther to space, and as he's looking down he's like, oh my god, I was wrong. So if we could get that to be Abe, that would be amazing. You're gonna look down from a station and he's like, oh my god, I'm wrong.
Nah, dude, I'm gonna go up there with an open mind and I'm gonna look at it and be like, well, it's not technically round and it's not technically flat, so we're both wrong.
God damn it. God damn it.
But no, back to a different topic then.
Okay.
Still involving the earth. Dinosaurs.
Okay.
Do you believe in dinosaurs?
I mean, yeah, we have fossils and their bones.
Okay, and you were taught in school that dinosaurs were
God
real.
damn, what do you have against school?
Hey, I'm just to me,
open your mind, bro.
My mind is open. That's why I view things through my mind.
Okay, Jesus.
Through space. I've reached enlightenment, man. I'm a fourth dimensional being. I can go through this wall right now if I wanted to, but I can't because I'm in a podcast and I can't.
No, I can help you.
Oh, you're gonna help me out here? All right.
I can help you with that.
Okay, cool.
Hold on.
All right, one sec. He's gonna help me out.
Ooh.
See, fourth dimensional being going through walls. Oh, my name left. Oh, see, that's not. That's three-dimensional, I guess.
Ooh, we're haunting chat.
Okay. So yeah, dinosaurs. You believe in them, right?
Well, yeah. We have evidence, man.
Evidence. Okay, fossils, right? Okay, but you didn't physically you physically didn't see a dinosaur with your own eyes, right?
I've seen Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park?
Yeah, the movie.
That's your scientific proof that dinosaurs were real?
Yeah. Well, we have all the bones. So okay, now what about what's that museum in New York that they have? National one?
The Smithsonian?
Sure, that one.
I don't know.
Yeah, so you even know it that they have dinosaur bones at the Smithsonians.
Wait. How do you know they're actual dinosaur bones, though?
What else are they from?
Dragons.
God.
What? Okay. So you're sitting there like, hey, I believe in dinosaurs because in school our textbooks taught us about dinosaurs, right?
Is dragons technically just dinosaurs as well? Oh, Happy Jen says, nice to meet you, Abe.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
We're talking about dinosaurs right
We're
now.
figuring out how crazy Abe's actually is right now.
No. I am completely sane.
I mean, you are dead, too.
And I have a tinfoil hat.
Yeah, it didn't really save you, did it?
Oh, no, it's saving me.
It's saving you.
Like, I'm good.
How is your tinfoil hat
you're-
not, like, facing through you, too? Just saying. I want to kind of point that out.
Because it's alien technology. It's not normal.
Oh my God, don't tell me we're talking about aliens,
It's
too.
fourth dimensional
No.
aluminum foil, so it helps with the aliens and the ghosts.
Man, he's an idiot.
Hold up. So wait. Okay. All right. Aliens.
Okay, so here's the thing interesting about aliens. Aliens is more of a plausible idea, in my opinion.
Then dragons.
Weren't some dinosaurs called water dragons? I don't know enough about dinosaurs, but yeah, maybe. So yeah, dinosaurs and dragons are the same thing, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why are we arguing about dinosaurs living or not living?
Because they lived on a flat Earth.
God damn it! God. Okay, let's go back to aliens now. So yeah, aliens is a plausible thing just because we haven't. Space is just so huge and massive. There's no way we could have explored everything. So there's probably a possibility of another living organism that survives in a different way.
Let me ask you this question.
Aliens are real. I'll get my tinfoil hat for this.
Yes. Let me ask you this question. Okay. So do you think we've been visited by aliens?
It's possible.
It's possible. Okay. So now,
It could be like Mass Effect.
Okay.
where-
Now, planets, right? Planets.
Yeah, they're not flat.
Okay, they're round, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh, he's coming around, guys.
yeah.
He's coming
Okay.
around.
So all the other planets are round.
Yeah.
We live in a universe full of round planets, right?
Sure.
So I asked you if you thought we've been visited by aliens, right?
It's possible.
You said possible. Okay. So now, if you were an alien that could travel through space, and you had round planet after round planet, and it just
Don't
was,
tell
and
me
it
you're
was
gonna
just
go.
Would,
I think I know where you're going.
wouldn't you want to visit a place that was different?
No,
like
no,
it-
I'm out of here.
Like
I'm
a
getting
flat
outta
Earth.
here.
Like if I was an alien, it's like why would I go to that planet when this one is flat and that is different and unique from everything else?
Some people have theorized that some celebrities are aliens.
I believe it. I totally. believe
Who would you believe is an alien?
Well, dude, reptilians, man. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, the
Conspiracy?
reptilian- isn't it like
That like that the Earth it was visited by like this reptilian alien race, and that they're the ones like pulling the strings on Earth, bro. I'm telling you, you should have brought a tinfoil hat. You're at high risk right now.
hey, maybe they can make a better podcast for me. They can wear me as a meat suit. I think an alien's still on our planet, so it's celebrities. We're going back to that. Okay. I don't know to tell you. Like every time I hear this, like a celebrity that could be a alien, it always goes back to like Mark Zuckerberg. He's just such a weird guy. Would you believe he was an alien, or would you believe it's more incognito that I'm an alien?
You know, I could see weird people being aliens, but at the same time, like if I was able to travel through space, I wouldn't make it obvious that was an alien. So maybe that's just like a decoy. Like, hey, let's just take this weird person and have like the world think that he's an alien.
So
when
they
really-
can take all the attention off of themselves.
like the actual aliens.
So they're playing chess with us, and,
Yeah.
and they're winning. What about the paranormal? And what if some aliens are ghosts? Okay, so that is a good point, because again, I feel like the conversation of alien and ghosts, they always kind of go hand in hand. So here's my weird theory: aliens are more plausible, but I also believe way more in ghosts than aliens.
Well, yeah, because I feel like, you know, like aliens are believable, but it's just like, how often are you going to come across an alien? But like with ghosts, like it's almost like 2 in 1.
Depends on what you're thinking ghosts are. So what? Yeah. What about that? Like, because like we have your like Catholic and Christianity kind of ghost styles.
Oh boy, do I got a story for you guys later.
We got like those type of ghosts, and then if you go to like Asian mythology, ghosts are a little bit different how they operate and all that stuff. And that's also kind of a thing too. Like, what about like all the cryptids and all that stuff? Because someone has made those stories. Is it possible those live too? Are
Dude,
those aliens?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we're not looking at it the right way. Our entire lives, we have been taught certain things and been told, like, hey, this is the way it is. But, I feel like what they're doing is trying to basically cap our abilities to actually use our brain and our imagination to our full potential. And, like, so, like, people who truly believe in, like, Bigfoot and stuff like that, I feel like they actually have the power to, like, bring it to life, because even though we haven't had like physical proof that Bigfoot is alive, in a way he technically is alive because of how many people like truly believe that he's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like we using our imagination have given birth to something that essentially may or may not actually be alive.
Mm-hmm. So Happy Jim just brought up like, and then there's the things like yokais, which is also like an Asian folklore of a ghost, I think. All I'm getting is the show Yokai. Yeah.
Like he's just trying to sneak another show in that you should watch.
I was just trying to figure out what that is, because you have like you said, you brought up Bigfoot, and we also got. I mean, some people do argue that there's physical proof about Bigfoot. Yeah, there's physical proof.
Okay,
but
okay. So here, going back to that whole like using your imagination or just the physical power of someone's like senses, like fear and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
like also another thing is like, what if it was like someone that had like a minor condition of schizophrenia?
Yeah, but so what I was going to say was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when everyone was talking about Slender Man?
Yeah, that was like the huge big thing, and that's kind of I remember that because that was an internet trend for the longest time, and then I was researching the lore on all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, before I even knew what that was,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't affect my life in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had no idea that it was real or fake or whatever. It didn't exist in my realm. But after I was told,
you were the age of MySpace, so
yeah. After I was told what Slender Man was, though,
yeah,
it became reality. And what I mean by that is I may have not have actually like physically seen Slender Man, but because it was embedded into my brain,
mm-hmm.
I was creeped out by it. So like after I was told who he was, what he did, and everything, like I was literally going home at night, looking at trees, freaking out, thinking, "Oh shit, is he there? Like, is he gonna grab me?" You know, it became real, even though there's no physical proof that he's a real thing. Just like your brain has the ability to give that life.
Yeah, I mean that's why like as a kid you don't know anything. The actual thing about fear is, I think, for a lot of people, it's the things that they can't comprehend. So, like, yeah, like, again, like, the idea of Slender Man is, like, he could be in the trees, you can't comprehend if that is a tree or just a Slender Man. So, like, that's why, like, games like Silent Hill did so well, because you had the fog, and it's, like, covering your vision, so it's, like, you don't know if it's, like, one of those creatures on the other side, or it's just gonna be open area. So, it's a lot of the unknown and scariness of can't comprehend these, like, things. So, that's why also, like, the Eldritch and Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft stuff, that's a lot of scary to people because, again, it's supposed to be like another dimension of stuff. Like these extraterrestrials that live in the bottom of our oceans that we don't know of because we can't actually explore all of our ocean.
So now, you know, you have stories of the different things that have been passed down for generations and everything. And, you know, we've been told that, well, you know, a lot of us tend to believe that some of that stuff is real, some of that stuff is fake, you know.
Yeah.
So now, if you were taught something and it, like, freaked you out, you know, like you just didn't really want to believe that,
Yeah.
you would have the ability to start telling people, hey, you know, this isn't real. Or you would also have the ability not to just talk about it at all. So you would almost kind of wipe it out from history if you chose to keep it from yourself or keep it to yourself and not
like
pass
Nessie.
it. Yeah. But so, like, back to the Earth. if there are people out there who are afraid of a flat Earth, wouldn't it make more sense for
I
them
think
to
you're
tell?
afraid that you can't comprehend that it's round.
I like I said, I got an open mind. I don't care.
I don't think you did.
I don't care if it's round or flat. I'm just trying to just open your mind to the possibility is, could it be flat?
No.
Could it be round?
Yes.
Could it be a simulation?
God damn it. This gets worse and worse.
You've played The Sims.
Yes.
Don't they believe that they're living a real world?
Yeah, and I've put them through some horrible trauma.
Bro, don't tell me you would build a pool, put them in the pool, take away the ladder, speed up time, and watch them swim for hours until they drown to death?
No. I played Roller Coaster Tycoon, and the people that I didn't like, I would pick them up and throw them in the water.
Oh my god.
That's the simulation I am a cruel god.
That is another topic right there that we will not get into. Maybe in the future. But back to The Sims. Simulations.
Okay.
Do you believe
You're not
we're
going
in
to
a
sell me
sim-
Bitcoin or something, are you?
I'm not going to sell you Bitcoin.
Thank you.
That's a dead currency.
Oh, damn. Get all the Bitcoin bros on it.
But yeah, so do you believe what we're living is it? Like, do you think you have control of your own life, or do you think it's being, like, controlled by higher forces?
I would like to believe I have control of my life, that me doing the YouTube podcast, going out, getting a job and stuff was all on my own volition. I would like to believe that. But how would I know if there was a higher being pulling the puppet strings that I have? I don't know.
You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you don't know if the Earth is round.
God damn. Keep coming. God, someone build a rocket ship. We're gonna send Abe into space.
Bro, you can sit there and tell me, hey, look at this photo.
Someone get a
look
hold
at
of
this
Jeff Bezos.
Do you see a round Earth? And I could be like, yeah. And then I could also pull up another photo. Look at this photo. Do you not see a flat Earth?
Okay, Lost Nightmare. I control my own life, and I'll be damned if someone's trying to control me. We live in a world where we can hold a simulation over another simulation.
Okay.
Damn. Freaking out, man.
Bro, he just went like Inception on us, where it's just like we're a dream within a dream, dreaming about a dream who dreamt that dream last dream.
So now, because I'm actually curious on what your thoughts about the dreams of those. Is that part of the simulation of like them trying to convince you something, or is we talked about it on the last stream where you thought it was like another life. Is that just game number 2 of The Sims for someone else playing?
Well, we're like, I mean, if we're going like video game point of view of things, like how many times have you like restarted a video game? Like, do you keep your old save file, or do you delete it altogether, or do you just like, you know,
well,
like
I beat the game and then played New Game Plus, and then I keep all my shit. When do I get New Game Plus in real life, Abe?
More importantly,
do I get my YouTube channel back in New Game Plus?
Reset buttons or like old save files. Like, how do we go back?
I don't want to go back.
Oh,
I'm content with my life.
You don't want to unlock time travel?
I mean, if I had the option, sure, I'll take it. I would have been
Okay,
streaming
so-
a lot sooner if I didn't.
Wait, hold up. All right, wait, this is a good topic here. Time travel. How do you feel about that? What's your? I want to know your point of view. This is all about having an open mind.
If I can only mess up my life, I would do it. But if I mess up a lot of people's life, it's not worth it.
Okay, but so you see what you're talking about, like have already accomplished the time traveling.
Yeah.
Okay, what I want to know is how do you get there?
It's not like Superman. You just go back far enough and then
Okay,
that's
so
turned to
you
work.
so you view it with speed, right?
Yeah. So again, if the world is round and Superman flies around it fast enough to turn it, you can't be flat. Because like, how would you spin it the other way?
Easy, because if it's flat and the developers didn't make anything past that point, what happens is you go off the edge and pop out the other end, and it's just an ever-ending loop of you go to one end and pop out the other. You go to
shit.
one.
Happy Justice is making me freak out. This is Solstice's fear of AI, but instead there's a possibility that he's an AI. Oh shit!
Bro, you ever watch that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he like,
I'm still trying to comprehend that. I think I'm short circuiting.
oh god, that you don't know if you're AI or not?
Yeah, I'm freaking out a little. Am I AI, man? Am I real? Is all the actions I've made real?
Hey, calm down. You're not AI.
But you're dead.
No. Here, I exactly. So I have the knowledge of everything because I've seen what goes on after death.
So you're telling me the world is flat because you've seen the world is flat because you floated up.
No. I can't say that because if I, convince you that the world is flat, I'm no better than the round earthers who are trying to convince you that it's round. I truly just believe that you should believe. If you want to view your Earth as a donut, more power to you. Just give me some cool facts on why you think that way.
Okay, you know what? You did say something that I can 100% agree. You can believe in what you want to believe, also as long as it's not really hurting anyone. Like if you believe the world's flat, sure, okay. And then again, now the round earthers, I guess, is me trying to convince you. You know what? Damn, man.
Hold up. Now I'm a little concerned.
Because Abe could be an AI too,
Yeah.
trying to convince.
Yeah, but that's why I'm concerned now because I was about to convince you why you aren't AI, and then you just like threw that at me, and I'm like, that's something AI would say.
God.
Because I was gonna tell you, Randy, I know you're not AI.
We both just say, is everyone just AI?
No, because I was gonna convince you that
Who's
you're not
real, man?
I was gonna convince you that you weren't because I was gonna be like, bro, I know you're not AI because you're dumb. You make
thanks.
mistakes.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence has the word intelligence in it.
You're so not intelligent.
But then you did something intelligent and you were like,
you know what? I'm just gonna slow down. If I had any confidence before,
but hold up. If we were actually smart AI and we didn't want people to think that we were AI, wouldn't we have the ability to come off as dumb? Like not as smart as we actually are, because wouldn't that be the smart thing to do?
Dude, I can't. I can't. This is kind of going over my head. Maybe
Hold up. Do you have any tinfoil? I can help you out here.
Unga bunga. I drink Coke. Spike Coke.
Oh God, gross.
It is not great.
Yeah, he's going.
You
through
know
a
what?
rough
This
time.
is probably what's killing me. Not wearing a tinfoil hat. It's actually just drinking this.
The spiciness. Why is it spicy?
It does have like a weird,
it's so
some kind of
spicy.
seasoning in it.
I wanna take a few step back.
It sometimes wonders if your whole life and friends are real. Yeah, that's another thing. Are we like the friends I made? Are they all AI, bro? Are we just all? Are we in a simulation? Oh my god!
Hold up. No, because I'm trying to think of things here because prior to me building my computer, you were friends with my little brother.
Yeah.
And, you know, I knew of you, but I didn't really hang out with you. And
Now we do a weekly podcast.
what if I was like chosen or told to build that computer on that day to reach out to you, which would lead to the events that led to this point where now we are talking about the podcast because we have to let people know that we're actually artificial intelligence.
I like to imagine the guy, like we're getting to like all this philosophical and like trippy Inception style conversation, and I would like to, if our life was like a video game, it just like this would be the point. It zooms out, and it's like the World of Warcraft guy from South Park just clicking his keyboard, and he has like Cheeto dust all over his shirt,
Oh my
trying to
God.
make our decisions in life. So you think a higher being made you build a computer? No, it's like the World of Warcraft guy from South Park.
Well, I mean, if a higher being did choose me to build a computer, wouldn't that be just a computer telling its child to build another child?
Yeah. There's also the idea the world is
So
smaller
wouldn't
than
that
you
just
think.
be reproduction?
Constantly meeting
Like-
people you thought you wouldn't meet. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I didn't catch that.
There's also the idea the world is smaller than you think, and constantly meeting people that you never thought you'd meet.
I agree with that world being smaller thing, but it's more along the lines as like, have you ever realized how there's a bunch of people that you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
and then you, by some weird coincidence, meet someone,
Uh-huh.
and up until this point, you've never seen them, you've never talked to them, and you meet them that one time, and then you tend to like run into them after that incident, and then you start to find out that that person also knows other people in your lives, even though you've never met that person up until this point.
I mean, that was kind of like high school for me, because like, I guess there was people that knew me that I didn't know, because I remember when Gio would tell me was talking to someone, is like, oh, Randy, yeah, I know him, and then he would tell me, is like, oh yeah, you know, insert name, who of whatever person. I was like, I don't know who the hell you're talking about, and like how they would know me. Well, it's because it's like somebody else's friend group of another friend group apparently talk about me, which is weird. I don't do anything, I think, any special, but that was just a thing. The idea of like how a chain of people can know you even though you haven't interacted, and kind of like that idea of like we're kind of in a contained area that for that. I've made friends with my friends and before friends. Oh yeah, I think it's a common thing for that.
Because that's how the greater powers want it to be.
Are you like trying to advertise your own religion and start your own cult now? The simulation cult.
Bro, if I had my own religion and own cult, it would be so out of whack because it'd be like, why am I here? I don't know. Why are you here? I'm trying to find guidance, but you've already found it.
It's like the Rick and Morty thing. Sir, what is my purpose? To serve butter. Oh, is that it? Yes. Have you ever had a dream that you felt was so real, but it known it wasn't? Yeah. Also, friends of my girlfriends too, and I didn't even know that much each other. Yeah. But going back to Lost Nightmare, having a dream that was so real that you know it wasn't.
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. I got a story for that. Do you have one?
I have had, I think one of them that sticks out for me was I had a dream, and like again with your senses in my mind aren't supposed to work in dreams, but I remember I was in a house, someone had like made this mango juice. I picked it up and drank it, and I was just mind blowing. That's like, oh my god, I could actually taste this, but I'm dreaming. The hell is this? So I've had that. That would be the closest thing I could say I had.
Oh my god. So here's a story for you guys.
Mhm.
Never in my life do I want to experience this again? Because I feel like it's the closest thing I've gotten to being into two different dimensions at the same time. So you have your normal dimension, like right now. We're awake. We're
Yeah.
doing a podcast, right? And then I kind of view your dreams as a separate dimension, another universe, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to bed like any other normal night.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have a random dream. And in the dream, I'm doing my thing. I want to say at the time I was like in a warehouse talking to someone. And I hear a scream
Mm-hmm.
in my dream.
Okay.
And so like dream me goes, someone is screaming. And I, for some reason, start to wake up. And as I wake up, I can still hear this scream
Mm-hmm.
and instantly go, oh my God, I'm not dreaming anymore. I'm awake. Why am I still hearing this scream? So my reaction is to literally throw myself onto my wife, who then wakes up because I realized that the scream I was hearing was her voice, her screaming.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
And so I wake her up and go, what are you doing? What do you mean? You literally just screamed. Oh, I had a dream about a spider.
Happy
So-
Jen just said, I keep thinking about the precognitive dream idea when I hear about dreams. Yeah, that's a lot of... I don't know a whole lot about the precognitive dreams. Is that the idea, like, after you, like, wake up, you still you're, like... I guess I don't know for sure if this is correct, because I know I've heard stories where when people... So there's two theories I got. One theory was, like, whatever you did in the day when you go to sleep, whatever happened in that day, like, affects your dreams. And then my second theory is because I know some people believe in this, is, like, when they get into a very deep sleep with dreams, and when they wake up, their mind is still, like, playing some of the stuff, so they still see some of this stuff in dreams. Is that what you mean by precognitive dream? I guess I'm not 100%. Because I know there's, like, people that said it's like, oh, I had, like, the geometric nightmare dream where, like, shapes and stuff, and then, like, you got unsettled by the shapes and stuff. And then when they wake up, they could still see some of the shapes in real life because their brain hasn't, like, turned it off.
How do you feel about recurring dreams, though?
I've had a few. I mean, I have a dream journal somewhere, but, like, some of those it's kind of like I like to dream when I sleep because it feels like I'm sleeping longer because I live longer in the dream, it feels like. So, like, those are usually okay with me. Like, do you have, like, a nightmare recurring dream?
Well, I don't know, see, because it hasn't happened recently. But I
Mhm.
mean, like, in the past, I just kept having this recurring dream. And, I feel like my mindset had a lot to do with it because, I was kind of like, I wouldn't say I was in kind of in a dark mindset, but it wasn't, like, serious, like, where it's like, oh, I should probably seek out help. But just, like, the dream was, it was weird because, like, it would start out normal.
Oh, here's what it is. The dreams that sees the future is what I mean. Sometimes I would cause the meaning of deja vu. Okay, so that's what he means.
Oh.
So it's a Okay, that's why it's precognitive. Okay, that makes more sense because it's something before it actually happens.
That creeps me out. I don't like doing that.
I
I feel like that's happened to me a few times.
Yeah, I can. There has been there's a few times I've seen it because there was one time me and my cousin, we were doing something, and then I, like, blinked and it's like, wait a minute, I've been in this position before, and I, like, looked at the TV. In my dream, there was, like, there was a dusty TV there, and there was a heart on it. And as I was, like, realizing, I was like, I've been here before. I look at the TV, it has the heart. I was like, oh, That's weird.
Bro, see, and that's what I'm saying. That's like, that goes back to that topic of, dreams are essentially separate universes, but still tied to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, every little choice that you make in life kind of takes you down a separate path. And I feel like in that moment, you were living almost the event that you were going through was that like bridge moment where like that dream you was also living that moment, you were living that moment, and the choice that happened after that would dictate which direction you went and which direction dream you went. So you were kind of like, you guys were all in the same place at the same time.
So there's like a fork in the road, basically.
Yeah, it's like, it was like a mirror dimension where it's just like everything that was happening to you and other versions of you.
Doctor Strange movie. Well, it's not new now, but like there's a Doctor Strange movie that was talking about dreams and like mirror dimensions and all that. It's basically like that. Okay, so I'm gonna just read this one first on Straw Hat Sleepy. I've had a deja vu dream before. Yeah, they're kind of creepy. And then for Lost Nightmare, ironically, ever have a nightmare where you actually experience real fear? I have once. Have you? Like, have you had a nightmare that actually like induced pretty intense fear?
Like, are we talking like sleep paralysis, or?
I mean, I guess that could kind of count, but you're kind of cognitive at that. But
because like, I mean, I feel like the closest thing that I've ever experienced was like I had a dream. Okay, do you guys ever watch The Mummy? And I'm talking like
Brandon Fraser.
Yeah, the good one. Yeah, they had those beetles that would like crawl into your skin.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I had a dream that I fell into a pit full of those beetles.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there freaking out, screaming for dear life.
Yeah.
And I guess it was so traumatic that I was actually like making noises. And my mom actually like came into my room and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I was having a bad dream. Why?" She was like, "I could hear you." And I was just like, I guess in my bed going, trying to get him off of me. But yeah, it just shows you can like mentally be like in two different places at the same time.
Yeah, so I guess for my nightmare, this is a weird nightmare because I was in this area and it was kind of like you had the starry night sky, and like it doesn't sound scary at first. So you had the starry night sky, and then down below we had these like glowing yellow flowers, and all my friends and family were there, but they looked like they went through war. Some of them were missing eyes, and they were missing limbs, and they were just all like wounded and bandaged up, and I was like, what the hell happened? It's like, you did this to us. I was like, what? It's like, I did it? And then they were talking about, and it's like, it's fine, as long as you don't cross the threshold of remembering what you did. Or it's like what you had become. And I was like, what do you mean? And then there's like a door, and they're basically telling me, it's like, don't open that door because of what you were before basically did this to bring you back from that. So I had the thing where I was just sitting there. It's like, I want to know the truth of why I did this and why I became the way that basically hurt all my friends and family there. And basically I was like talking to them for a while, and just like, it was like, well, I want to know like why I did this. Like, I need to know the truth. And then they're like, okay, we warned you, we're gonna let you do your thing. And I went through that door, and it was weird because the area basically changed. And it was just like all this like rusted color, and like, and I told you about the geometric nightmare. That was my first one dealing with that, because then after I went there, it just, all I saw was like flashing shapes, like like if you ever seen the Silent Hill pentagram and all that stuff. It's like similar to that. I was like, oh god, what the hell's happening? And then I woke up. And I was like, that is the craziest and creepiest dream I had. Because it's the more idea that made me feel fear was like I hurt my loved ones or something.
So subconsciously your brain was telling you that you're an evil person.
Maybe.
And that you have to keep it locked away.
Something maybe, because there's something there.
Because that kind of goes back to that recurring dream that I was going to mention earlier. But then God got off topic, but that's completely okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, similar thing to me. Like subconsciously, I was kind of like in a darker mindset,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm kind of the person who kind of keeps things bottled in,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like because of that, like when I go to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
if I have something bothering me, my brain can kind of manifest that in a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this dream, like I was, trying to be a good person and everything, but for
Yeah.
some reason, whenever I would look at my own reflection in the dreams,
Mm-hmm.
I would see me, but then uh, it would kind of always manifest into uh, like it was a similar image to Jared Leto's Joker,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that. So I just kind of like, I would gradually turn into that, and then after that is when I would do terrible things, murder people and stuff like that.
Man, maybe secretly they were just bad people.
Right. Well, honestly, I feel like everyone secretly has the ability to be a psychopath, but we choose to do the right thing every
We have
day.
morals.
Yeah.
Okay. So Happy Jam. I had one serious nightmare, but it was more weird and scared. The only time I woke up from the nightmare is when I was dreaming about being in a room and screaming monkeys and plates. Oh.
Wow.
Huh. So have ever had a dream that you were being chased on a haunted ghost? I've been chased by a priest with a revolver gun that had like a knife on it, like in Borderlands.
Oh my God.
And then I also had a dream where a girl had told me to wake up.
Okay.
I've had that one too. The girl telling me, and it's a girl I don't recognize.
I hope I'm not the only one who has experienced this. And if I'm not, and you have experienced this, I'm sorry, because I am so happy I do not have these dreams anymore. But as a kid, I would have these dreams where I was on like super high things, like whether it be buildings, cliffs, or what. But like it never failed. I would always fall off of these high places, and as you're falling to the ground in the dream, you can feel yourself like almost having like a panic attack, like you don't want to hit the ground, and you're like trying to wake yourself up.
Yeah.
And then right before you hit the ground, you actually wake up, and you're in your bed all sweaty, and your heart rate is high, and you're just like, oh my God, because you feel yourself as you're falling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have those dreams, but I've heard a lot of people having
those are the worst. I'm glad I don't have anymore.
Yeah.
So if there's anyone who has experienced that, dude, worst feeling.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times when I hear people they have that dream, since they jolt up, it kind of like creaks their like back and stuff because it's just so violent. Just like when they get up, so it's like that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I feel like there was kind of another incident like that.
Why am I still drinking this?
I don't know why. But
I have water next to me.
I had another dream that was kind of similar to the falling through the air one, where I was skateboarding, and I hit a crack, and I went flying forward, and before I hit the ground, I woke up, and as I wake up, my body like jolted, and I was like, oh shit.
Okay, Abe, what if I have another conspiracy theory? What if this is your experiences in the back rooms? Do you know what the back rooms are?
I do not know what the back rooms
are. So
are.
it's kind of like a internet lore creepy game that a lot of people make games about. So the back room is basically this area that's called the back rooms where people are like get lost in, and it takes you to other dimensions and basically and all that stuff. There's one game where there's someone skateboarding, and they like fell down while they were skateboarding, and then when they like looked up, they were in like this yellowish hallway and like other rooms, like an office area, and that was like that's the iconic look of the back rooms. What if your whole life you're in a back rooms and you're actually dead? Oh, wait, you are dead. Actually, never
Yeah.
mind.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, sorry.
I was trying to move on, but obviously I can't because that's why I'm still here as a
No,
ghost.
you can't move on because
Yeah.
this podcast ceases. Or I'm doing Sunday podcast without Abe.
Yeah,
So
it can't be Abe on Sundays if Abe's not here on Sundays.
It'd just be on Sundays.
Yeah. But speaking of ghosts,
Mm-hmm.
you got any video games based around the horror genre that you could talk
stream-
about?
I streamed Fatal Frame one time on stream, and then I was just like, it's not really for me. But
So
you
I
know
mean-
what Fatal Frame is, though, right?
I don't.
Oh, it's the game where you basically have to fight ghosts, or like you're trying to find a store, like figure out what's going on, and there's ghosts all around. Well, how you fight the ghosts is you have to take pictures of it with this like spirit.
Oh, you're
camera.
like an Asian girl?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them that you're all Asian girls though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I've heard of it. I've never played it, but yeah, like I know there's a game out there where you're like this Asian girl in like a haunted house and you like have to take photos
Yeah,
of things
it's
like
it's that serious.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's like
But sorry, I should probably clarify what
Spirit Hunters Death Mark is a good in the horror genre. I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna look it up real quick.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna bring up The Suffering. It was kind of an older game that came out on the PS2. It was based around this guy who was essentially framed.
Oh, you Happy Jim brought this up on my World of Horror stream. I forgot about it already. I'm so sorry. That was my bad. Yeah, because I was looking to play this game, but it's not on Steam.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's all right. Neither is The Suffering. But yeah, so old game came out in the PS2. You played as this character named Torque, who was essentially, I don't know if he was framed or if they just made it look like he murdered his family, but that's what he ended up going to prison for. And when he ends up getting to the
This
prison,
one says it's available on Steam.
he starts to realize that things are kind of weird, and all of a sudden the prison gets taken over by these monsters that are like represented or depicted off of like different things that inmates have died in prison by. So like there was one that was like lethal injection, and it was this weird monster with like needles for arms and legs. Another one was based off of like the firing squad. It was this big thing with guns on its back. But so like throughout the entire game, you're trying to escape this prison, and you come up with choices that you have to make throughout the game, where like it could either take you down a dark path or a good path. And you find out that Torque has the ability to turn into a monster himself. And I want to say the final boss is essentially the monster that he becomes. That's who he has to fight at the end. And I think based off of your decisions, kind of decides whether you have the ability to turn into that monster or have to fight him as a human. It was really interesting. Scared me as a kid. Could never play it in the dark. Are you buying the game that was suggested to you?
Maybe.
Well, it looks like you guys might have some horror live streams of Randy playing this here in the future.
Spirit Hunter Death Mark one, because like I don't know why like it said it wasn't on Steam before, and then now I like went to Google and it says it's available on Steam, so now it's in my wish list.
Hold up, Lost Nightmare asks, is this a game?
Yeah, The Suffering, the one that Abe was talking about. Yes, that is a game.
Yep, that is a video game.
Yeah. I'm assuming that there's a little bit of lag on chat, so
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then Hold Up, play the game Abe talked about. That seems interesting. I don't think Suffering got a remake, right?
No, I definitely, and we were talking about that earlier. Like, I feel like that would be a game that if they did remake with modern graphics.
This is what that was on PS2 or
Yeah,
Xbox?
it was on PS2. It would just be absolutely terrifying. My older brother was the one that actually bought it. He's looking it up right now to see.
Oh, that's a sponsor.
But no, I was really, when it comes to the horror genre, not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
I want to say before we started doing these podcasts, there is a video on this channel of us playing Phasmophobia, and I'm one of the players. It's bad. You put me in a
say I think you actually broke out your shell during that stream, because there was one time we were in the prison. You just ran off by yourself while everybody else was in a group, and then I just stayed at the door because I was a little bitch.
Well, I mean, because I have tried to avoid that stuff.
Not a fan, but you know a lot about it. I don't know what that was for, but oh, I think that's about the horror games.
Yeah, he's talking about the horror games. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan to the point where I don't like playing them because, like I said, I'm a big baby. I don't like putting myself in situations like that. But
so if we get enough likes, I'm gonna make play a horror game with me on stream.
Oh my god.
Avis and Phasmophobia are actually pretty fun to watch, not gonna lie. I just say, I think my point of view was the worst point of view, because like I did recently rewatch it. The quality was terrible. I know I'm at 1080 now and 60 frames, but at the time I wasn't. And then also my point of view was the worst because I didn't actually go do anything. I would go in the like front of the house, and then something spooky. I was like, I'm out.
Oh yeah, like if we actually had like everyone's computers being recorded at the time, it just would have been.
I just said I could get you guys all set up.
Yeah, so we might have to do something like that again. Do another stream so everyone can hear me cry like a little girl. But so in that stream, you guys
have you ever thought about playing Lethal Company?
I've never even heard of it.
You don't know what? Okay, so that's like a big thing on the internet right now is Lethal Company. So you basically get a group of friends, you work for this company, and then they send you to either planets or different areas, and then it's either you have to go in this building, pick up some scrap, and you're gonna bring it back to the company, and they like salvage it basically. But the problem is a lot of these things are very dangerous and like haunted, and you don't know what kind of monsters are in there. So basically, you go in there, it's just like, okay, it's dark, and then you see all these creatures come after you.
God.
And I believe it has proximity chat, and there's radios that we can talk to, just like Phasmophobia, but with more of an objective. I thought Soul would be a coward in horror. I mean, I kind of am. Like, if you watch my Phasmophobia, I am basically a coward. I mean, when I was getting my VTuber model made up, they said, what kind of expressions do you want? Oh, this was my first one I wanted. I wanted the scare one. This was my first expression. It's like, I was a scared. So, I am kind of scary, but like, I am kind of a scared kid, but like, I do enjoy horror stuff. Are you talking about Devour? No, I've never played Devour. I don't think I'll ever play Devour because they got spider women, and that's not cool.
You don't like spider women?
I don't like spiders in general.
What are you more afraid of, spider or women? Because if you put two together, that's a double-edged sword right there.
I'm okay with women, even though I don't know how to talk to them.
No, they terrify them. That's just
Sanakura, save me.
So, but yeah, like the horror genre, it's really ironic that this is kind of like the topic for the podcast, but I just no, huge baby.
I actually recently, the horror game you two should play is Devour. I want to see that. Maybe. I think it was last Friday. I just recently went to my brother's to watch a horror movie. It was a Korean horror movie. As like I Saw the Devil. Not that scary, but I do every once in a while go to my brother's and watch horror movies.
Okay, so that being a topic right there. I can't think of the movie. I know you watched it and it freaked you out. Oh, Terrifier or something like that.
Oh yeah, that was like the worst.
Why did that freak you out so bad?
The actor that was that played the clown, Cult of Demons, which is Colts or demons. Okay, we'll come back to that question in a second. So in Terrifier, is it R2 or what, Arturo or whatever the clown's name? The actor portrayed it so creepily that it terrified me to see it. And then there's like a moment.
So was it creepy like in a supernatural point of view of it, or was it creepy because like, oh, this could be realistic, like someone could dress up like this and actually act that way?
Probably too, but I mean, I think there's just some things he did, and just like his demeanor. Because again, when I watch movies, I probably watch it for the wrong reasons. I'm looking at how the actor does it, how they portray this character, and how they do it. And to see someone like that portraying that type of character freaks the hell out of me. Because again, it's like you said, it could be a person in real life like that. Because there was one point in the movie, like one of the characters was like hiding in a closet, and the clown just like skinned a person alive and started wearing it and just like walking towards the closet while it was like touching itself like all seductively. I was like,
I have to clarify,
God.
I have not seen this movie, and I probably never will.
it is like they made a second one too.
Oh god.
It is like if you want like if someone wanted like pure terrifying movie, that would probably be the top of my list. And it sucked too, because like when I went to watch that at my brother's, and after that movie, I popped a tire in my car, and I did not want to stop.
Yeah, because isn't there a part in that movie where someone does pop a tire and he shows up?
I don't remember.
I think there is.
Yeah, I got so scared because just like, God, my luck, someone's going to pull up right behind me and say, hey, you need any help? And I'm going to look at the freaking that black and white clown.
Oh my god.
That is...
So would you say that's a pretty traumatic movie that you've seen right there?
Like, I would say, like, that one stuck with me longer than other horror movies.
Do you have one that just kind of stands out other than, like, more than others?
There is the original Silent Hill movie. That one did stick out to me at one point because...
Like the one based off of the video game?
Yeah, so...
I have that one.
You do?
Yeah,
well,
do you want to...
I've recently rewatched it. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to say they stream it, too.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
like, the reason why that one was... I was a little kid, and I think my brothers and their friends from high school were watching it upstairs. So usually when they watch scary movies, I try to stay away from that area because... As a kid, I was terrified about everything. So there's one time I needed to go upstairs and get something, like either water or something. And then I saw this scene where the lady got her skin ripped off.
I was hoping you would say that, because if you didn't bring it up, I would have.
Yeah, so that, and I was like, as a kid, that was terrifying to me. So, yeah, so that was another moment.
Oh,
and-
wait. Hold up. Time out.
Yeah.
For anyone who hasn't seen that movie, I'm going to try to describe this scene to you as the best of my abilities. So the scene that he's talking about is the main character has already entered Silent Hill.
Mhm.
She's still kind of confused. She's seen a couple monsters up until this point. And what's basically going on is the sirens are going off. And the best way I can describe the sirens is like your typical tornado warning sirens. So if like you live in an area where you have tornadoes and you've heard that, just picture that sound. So that sound is going off.
Mhm.
And everyone's trying to run to this church because, like, you know, that's where you're safe, apparently. And you got the big baddie of the whole entire game, which is the Pyramid Head. He's coming up, and he manages to grab a girl. And as they're running into this church, he's got her by the throat. He's walking behind them, and he just, like, rips her entire skin up. And I mean, like, not just like pieces, just the entire thing. Like, picture just like a onesie made out of someone's skin, and like just
And then
throw.
Arturo from Terrifier grabs that and wears it.
Yeah, but yeah, he just throws it at the door of the church as they're trying to close it, and you just see this like carcass just slap up against the door and fall off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't watch horror movies.
Okay, going back to what Lost Nightmare asked, cults or demons, which one would you mess with? I mean, they kind of go hand in hand, though.
That is for me, and I have reasoning behind this. If I had to mess with one or the other, like literally choose cults or demons, I'd go with cults because I just don't mess with demons.
I would go with cults because they're still human at the moment.
Yep. And that's the same reason why. And the reason why I wouldn't do the demon side, here's another great story of mine. So I was raised Catholic, and I'm not really religious anymore. But as a child, my mom thought it'd be a good idea to rent The Exorcist from the library, may I add. out of all places, this is where she gets the movie. But there was 2 movies that she rented. It was The Exorcist and Fantasia. And I'll get back to that. And so I just figured as a child, oh cool, you know, we're gonna watch Fantasia. This will be a great time. And that other movie is probably something my mom's gonna watch. We all get home. And my mom, before putting in this movie, and I'm not talking about Fantasia, I'm talking about The Exorcist, before she puts it in, she looks at us with the most serious voice and look on her face, goes, before you watch this movie, remember, if you do bad things and act bad, this is what's gonna come after you. So us being little kids, like, what?
Can I just say, parent of the year?
Right? I know. I guarantee you, I didn't do bad things after that. So us being little kids, didn't know what this was, didn't know what it was about. She pops in the movie, and it just kind of like any normal movie, it kind of just slowly gets worse and worse. And we got to the point where like she was actually possessed and like her face was all gross and nasty. Yeah. So we're sitting here watching this. Keep in mind, our mom's there too, but she is asleep
It's like,
during this movie, like just sleeping. And all of us were too terrified to actually like
get close to the TV.
Get close enough to the TV to turn it off.
I know that feeling.
And so, you know, we were just kind of like forced there to just like, you know, hide behind it. Yeah, experience it, hide behind each other and everything. And so, you know, like, that movie just messed me up, man. For like, I mean, months. I just could not sleep. Yeah. And it just like it got to the point where even till this day, if I see that chick's face, it slightly traumatizes me, man. Like it freaks me out.
Yeah.
But so like by some miracle, we actually got the strength to turn it off. Like, so I never even finished the movie. And so like
do you think you're brave enough to actually watch it now?
No.
Okay.
No.
Action.
Would not watch it even till this day. Like even if someone had a briefcase with like $10,000 in my face and they're like, all you have to do is sit through this movie and this is yours, I don't think I'd have the guts to do it.
All right, Abe, I got an offer. I'll go get a briefcase. I'll put $10 in. And then offer you, would you watch the movie?
Hey. Throw in a 10-piece, maybe even a 20 McNugget, and we might.
How about I sweeten the deal for you? I'll get a 50 nugget like we did on my old YouTube channel, the 50 nugget challenge.
If you guys want to see us do that again.
Oh, you didn't do it last time.
Oh, I didn't do it. Nope.
Because it was me and my brothers. Gio was there. Matt was there. I don't think your little brother was there.
Was Jose there?
No, Jose wasn't there. I think that was it. That was all there. I don't know. Maybe they were in the background. I can't remember everyone that was on there.
I could probably knock out 15 easily.
But 50?
Anything after that would just be miserable.
It was kind of miserable when I hit to like 49. I waited for so long, but then I was going to do it with Danny, but then he just ate it right away. I was like, God damn it. I could have been first.
But yeah, so no, I would not watch that movie because it traumatized me as a kid. But yeah, so back to the story.
Yeah.
You know, we got the courage to actually turn it off. And so, you know, the other movie that my mom rented was Fantasia.
Which I get the feeling what you're gonna have is what I had a feeling when I watched Fantasia
Okay,
as a little kid.
so we watched it. You know, we're trying to burn the image of what we just watched out of our head. And when I tell people this story, it's always funny because I always tell them no amount of pink flamingos with yo-yos can get that image out of your head.
Damn,
So because of that, those two movies will forever stay in my head as the movie that traumatized me as a child and the movie that tried so hard to get that out of my head.
So basically, have you heard the story? I think it's been a few months now. There was one school where one of the teachers had played a movie for one of their school kids, or not school kids, but like one of the. It was a teacher at a school played a movie for the kids to watch, like you know how we used to watch Bill Nye and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They put Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey on, because you know Winnie the Pooh recently got bought out and someone's using the rights to make a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played it at a school and traumatized all those kids.
Did they do it on purpose or what?
Apparently, the teacher did it on purpose. They said the kids wanted to watch that movie. Like, yeah, that teacher got fired, and like, there's a huge story about that. And so, yes,
that is what we called scarred for life. You don't even know the half of it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, so like you basically what you went through was the same thing as those kids do, that they could never look at Winnie the Pooh the same.
You know what's even worse?
What?
Is that it's such an iconic, because the movie's older. They've come out with remakes since then, but like
Are you talking about The Exorcist?
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
talking about the original is what we watched, but like even the remakes, like I won't even touch those with a 10-foot pole. But like what makes it worse was that face was so iconic that I'll never forget that there was this computer game, and if anyone has played this,
Wait, is
What?
Saul younger than me? Maybe. My age is a mystery. We don't know how old I am. I don't even know how old I am. I am an AI, aren't I?
I mean, I'm a ghost. Ages like
Doesn't matter how
Yeah,
old you're.
yeah.
You're just a cute ghost with a
I'll be
tinfoil hat.
I'll be hanging out in this basement talking about flat Earth and ghosts and aliens for probably centuries,
Yeah, the reason why you haven't moved on is because I cast a cult spell to keep you here.
right?
You're here for the content for me. You're my little content slave.
Yeah, but, So back to that terrifying face.
yeah.
It was such an iconic image that it's just like I feel like I just as I got older
Mhm.
couldn't get away from it.
Yeah.
It was terrifying because there was a game, and I feel sorry for anyone who ever got tricked to play this. And once I bring it up, if you're one of those poor souls,
You're like looking me dead in
yeah,
the eye.
because I feel like this is something that your brothers might have done to you. But
Okay.
so basically, it just was just a basic computer game. You know, like you I think you would go to like a website or type a URL in, and it would take you to this. And you would think, oh, okay, this is easy. And you were this little marble that you had to guide through a maze. And as you got further into it, the maze got smaller.
Mhm.
And when you touch the wall, that image of the Exorcist would pop up on the screen, and there'd be a loud scream.
Okay. I was not the receiver of that. My cousin, I think my brothers had did it to one of his. It's like the similar idea. It's not a game, but I believe we did it with like maybe a laptop or something. I can't remember. Basically, when you opened up, that's the first thing that came up on the screen was the Exorcist face and a scream. I think. 'Cause I think we had a video ready.
I
so
think,
when
I
you-
think that I've had that happen to me too, where I punched my monitor because of it. I was like, "Get out of here! If I have to shatter this screen, I will."
I know exactly what you're talking about. So
Oh my god.
yeah, did you bring it up all this repeat for?
Yeah, so that's just kind of I'm just giving them a kind of a background history of the trauma that I've gone through in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the kind of the driving force on why I don't mess with any of that stuff paranormal wise. because the reason why we got on this topic is because we were talking about cults and demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scariest movie I've ever watched was The Ring. Ooh, that was a good
Ooh,
movie.
that's a good
Yeah,
one. That was one that I refused to watch as well because
My brothers, I want to say they rewatched it a couple of times. No, it was The Grudge that they rewatched a couple of times, but yeah, they were really into that horror stuff.
bro.
For that.
But see, and that's I feel like that's what makes a good horror movie is so like The Ring, iconic because once again, if you've seen that movie, I mean, you probably won't get it the same energy in today's age, but like older TVs, they would have that like
tube static.
yeah, that white and black dot static.
Yeah.
And in The Ring, that's what would happen before it turning into The Ring and her crawling out of your TV. You know, it's just like, so if you saw that movie as a kid, if you ever saw a TV where it was all staticky, your first thought process would be, oh my God, I got to get out of here because that chick's about to crawl out of this TV.
Unless you're Quagmire that says, giggity, all right.
Yeah. You know, I had a TV in my room as a kid, and like after watching The Ring, I couldn't. I mean, I had to like put it in my closet or like, you know, like hoping if I just laid it on the floor with the screen facing down, you can't get out. Oh man.
Abe, you just Home Alone, The Ring girl.
Right? God.
Yeah. I don't know, like Japanese horror stuff, like it just has a different feel that just makes it more disturbing in my mind. Because, like, you know, you have, like, a lot of the Western stuff we have is, like, you know, you got Chainsaw Massacre, Scream, Jason, and all that stuff. It's scary, so, like, having, like, this unkillable force come at you, but the idea of ghosts and Japanese stuff...
It's a different type of scary, because my wife is kind of similar to that, where she can literally do ghosts and demons.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't phase her.
Yeah.
Oh, let's sit down and watch The Exorcist. Whatever. Give me a box of popcorn and I'm gonna have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't phase her at all. Me turns me into a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Flip it around and we start watching movies like
Halloween.
No. The Hills Have Eyes. Wrong Turn. You know, where you have mutated inbred people. I could watch that and be like, this isn't scary.
Yeah.
Her terrified. Just creeps her out. She's
Can
like,
we make her watch Terrifier?
I wouldn't even watch that. She would be down with it. She'd be like, I'll watch it if Abe watches. I guarantee you, like, from my personal life, like my close friends and everything, they all know how scared I am when it comes to this. So like, if it involves Abe having to watch something scary, they're just like, let's get him. Let's get him to do it. Let's hold him down too. No blankets, so he can't cover his eyes either. Oh my God.
We'll get the duct tape for your eye.
But there's a lot of things that have happened to me in my life that has led to me being the way that I am. Mm-hmm. So like, let's get on a more of a personal level. Like, have you experienced anything in real life, ghost wise?
I can't say for sure if this is a real ghost thing I've experienced. I think it could have been like my mind was playing tricks on me or something. But there was one time, God, I don't remember. I want to say it was in middle school that I was like in a forest and we were all kind of just like walking. And then I thought I saw like a woman in a white dress. But like,
was this real life or was this a dream? Because where do you live where you have a forest?
Well, you know, like, I'm cutting myself off.
Oh, okay, yep. Like,
you know where I'm talking about,
yeah,
right?
Over in
there.
The woodsy area, kind of by Sertoma Park.
Yeah, we were hanging out there.
Oh, okay.
But again, I don't know if it was. Maybe there was a person there just walking around because like it's open to everyone. But then again, I never it was like cross the street, never saw them again.
See, and that's where it's kind of creepy, where you can't really like.
But like, it couldn't have a good view. So like, I want to say it was a woman, but it could have been a dude in a dress or anything. It didn't have any defining features. Do you have a couple stories like that? That is my only one.
That is your only one.
That is the only
see,
one.
I got a couple of them. I'll start out easy.
The thing that made me less scared of The Ring was the comedy movies, the scary movie.
Bro, and even that freaked me out because
what, really?
Yeah, and ironically enough, They did a parody off of both those movies. They did The Exorcist. Couldn't do it. That's how traumatized I was. And then they did The Ring later on, where the black girl character is like fighting her. And like when I first watched it, I was like, "Oh, this is creepy," because they still make the girl's face look
they
all
still have all
gross.
the prosthetics
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I can now watch that scene now. It's not as scary, but like as a kid,
It still kind of gives you
yeah,
the like
still,
shivers.
yeah,
and,
like,
"Ugh."
but yeah, so personal stories involving ghosts. I'll start out lightly.
Okay.
So this happened when I was kind of younger, and the house that I grew up in is actually still the house that my mom lives in today. But my bedroom was like right next to the bathroom, so I just had to pop out my bedroom door and just hang a right, and the door next would be the bathroom. But I remember waking up in the middle of the night, and the little tiny hallway that we have has like a light switch. And so like I pop out of my room to go to the bathroom, and so I'm kind of like in this hallway between the two doors, and I look straight ahead kind of towards the left, and it opens up into the living room area. And I'm sitting there looking in there. It's dark. I haven't turned the light on yet, but I can see the silhouette of a lady vacuuming.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting there like still kind of dazed, and I just look at it and I go, "Mom?" And as I said that, I flip the lights on to the bathroom, and the silhouette goes away.
Oh god damn it.
And
it's one of those deals.
yeah. And so like, you know, I go to the bathroom, come out, go back to my room and fall asleep. And didn't really think much about it until the next morning when I woke up and was like, why did they disappear? So like it was something like, you know, you were kind of just like in a state of mind where you were still kind of out of it, where it didn't really freak you out in the moment, but like after you woke up, you were like, huh, something wasn't right about that.
Oh man. Happy Jim just did ask, did you watch the latest Exercise movie? Or Exorcist movie?
No, I have not. I haven't seen any of the remakes, or I just will
Not
not.
touching it yet?
No, not touching. My wife has. She's seen. I think the original. She's seen the remakes. I've seen Paranormal Activity, the first one, and then I saw another one.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
them.
there was a lot of them. I can't. The one that I saw after the first one was the one that was I think based around Hispanics. I think might have been.
I never really watched.
Yeah, it might have been
Paranoid 'cause I
Paranormal.
always thought they were boring.
Yeah, it might have been number 4 or something. But like, I feel like that was a movie where, as they continued making them, they became less scary because it became less believable. And I feel like the original kind of had that energy where it's just like, whoa, like this could actually be like real footage that someone filmed in their house type of thing. And that's what I feel like made that scary.
So like with all the found footage things, because you have Blair Witch Project and all that stuff, how do you think those are pretty scary then as well?
Yeah, I when it comes to horror movies, I feel like those are the ones that I would say prefer, but don't actually prefer them because, like I said, I don't like watching scary movies. But to me, those are the ones that kind of stand out more because it has that real energy to it where it's just like, oh, this could, you know, and for example, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. When you throw the words based on true events before the movie starts, you're just like, what? And then you find out, and then you find out that, okay, it didn't actually really happen.
Like
but
Hollywood played it up more.
Yeah, they played it up more, and they based it off of, I think it was Ed Gein, who actually wore people's skin and made lamps and stuff like that.
I take it back. Soul is more of a man than Dave. Woo!
I mean, I'm not denying that.
Yeah, manly.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm brave by any means, but I feel like since childhood I have become more brave. But I feel like if I can prevent myself from being in situations, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And so scary movies,
Just not
doing
gonna touch
it. Yeah, and if that makes me a chicken, so be it. I will live with that title.
Okay, we live in America. If I give you a Glock, just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, so yeah, like so scary movies is the thing. You don't really play scary games either, right?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm gonna make you play.
I mean,
scary game
if
on
I
stream.
do, it's during the day with the lights on.
Okay. One of these times, I'm gonna make you spend the night here. We're gonna play a game all night in the dark of a horror game. I'll buy you all the Red Bulls you want.
God. Bro, that would be terrible. Because if you give me Red Bulls, I'm gonna stay awake. And if I stay awake, I'm gonna get tired. But I can't sleep, so then that's gonna make my brain go into the state of mind where it's just like, hey, you're hallucinating. You see that shadowy figure in that corner? That's actually there.
For the content.
Yeah, God.
Yeah. So like, it's like another popular series right now for horror is like the Evil Dead series. Now I'm guessing you never touched those either.
The original.
The original? You did watch the original?
The originals because they were more comedic than they were scary. We're talking about the dude who had like the chainsaw attached to his arm, right? That Evil Dead?
Yeah. Take aim with Soul whenever you do something scary. Yay! Scary stream coming to the future.
Hey, if that's what you guys want, if you want like an actual like live stream where we go to a haunted place,
Oh, okay. First of all, I didn't agree to
we'll
that.
do it, and I guarantee you, Souls is gonna be the one that's scared more than I am.
I'm actually curious.
until something serious goes down, and then I'm just like fight or flight. I'm out. Like I'm running out of that building.
Yeah,
You know?
I am kind of curious, like, cause like I know my older brother would be down to go to some scary place and we could do an IRL. It would probably be more of a video content. I don't know if I'd live stream it.
Oh, so we would film it and
Then I'd edit the video, make me
Okay.
look better
But
than you.
yeah, okay, but okay. When it comes to like
Would absolutely love that. Damn it, we're really putting ourselves in the
Yeah.
corner on that one.
when it comes to actual ghost shows, I don't know how many of you guys actually watch them, but to me it feels too scripted, almost like like they film it in a way where it's just like, oh, it's so scary, which like comes off as fake to me.
Yeah.
And but
So you will be legit and be like, oh, this is actually not that scary.
yeah, well, no, it's not even that, because I feel like you lack that energy, like
What?
filming something is different than actually being there in the moment type of
Yeah.
thing, and I feel like that's where those shows kind of lack,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't really gauge that energy of, oh my god, I'm in total darkness, so I kind of have to act so the viewers watching can see that,
Oh, I
ooh,
love
this is scary.
Supernatural. So yeah, Happy Joe's just like I watch Supernatural. I love Supernatural.
With like Dean Winchester and
Yeah,
Sam. Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
a great show.
Yeah, and then
Shout out to Sioux Falls.
Yeah, we were that was our town.
Yeah.
Our one street town. It was the
You had a police officer that lived there.
yeah. Bobby Singer's not too far from
No.
us.
Where did he live again?
It was like the outside of Sioux Falls.
Yeah, it was like
we have some junkyard outside apparently, and we think Bobby Singer's the town
Alright.
drunk or something.
God.
So for you, when like fear kicks in, because Lost Nightmare just asked, are you a fight or flight kind of guy? I am a mix.
Flight.
You are a flight.
And I'll give you guys a story. So
I love these stories.
I was a little bit younger. Me and the wife, we were dating at the time. And during Halloween,
Can
there's
I also point out, you don't have to rub it in that I'm single. And then you just emphasize it more.
with that being said, stay tuned for next Sunday it'll be a pretty interesting topic. But so yeah, I was we were dating at the time. It was Halloween, and there was a house in the neighborhood
Yeah.
that throws a haunted house.
Yeah.
So it's something that they kind of put together. So she was like, "Hey, let's go to it." And I was like, "All right, that's fine." So it was me, her, a friend of hers, and the guy that she was dating at the time. So it was 4 people total, 2 girls, 2 guys. We go to this haunted house, and, you know, it starts out kind of like in their garage, goes through the house itself, and then you end up in the backyard. And some of you may not know that I have a huge fear of chainsaws.
I know what to do for Halloween.
I just don't even have to see it. Just the sound of one going off
thing.
will get me
Yeah.
to go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, we're doing this haunted house, and we get to the backyard, and they have a shed off to the corner, and all of a sudden I hear it, the sound of a chainsaw revving up,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, no, not today. All of a sudden, a dude comes running from behind the shed towards our direction with this chainsaw. And in that moment, I realized nothing matters other than me getting as far as possible from this area. Keep in mind, like I said, girlfriend, other people were with me. Dude starts chasing after me. I book it. Just take off. And we were almost at the end of the haunted house because the last section was like you exit out of their fence. And they had this wheelbarrow with like floodlights on it and speakers to make it sound like a train horn. And that was going to be the last jump scare was them pushing the wheelbarrow, flashing the lights in your face, and loud horn. Yeah. Well, so I was so scared from the dude with the chainsaw that didn't even faze me. I just ran right past them, ran out of the driveway, hooked the right, started running down the block, and I'm just dead sprint, just going. And I get like about a block away from this house, and I finally stop, and I catch my breath, and I look up, and the other guy who was dating the friend of my girlfriend.
Thank you for stopping by, Happy Gem. I'll definitely be we'll definitely be back on Saturday and Sunday with both the podcasts, and then maybe a stream will hit somewhere in the between. But
heading out.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to having you here.
So I'm probably about a block away from this house. I stop to catch my breath. I look up, and I see the boyfriend of the other girl next to me. And like at this point, like I was just in my zone. I had my blinders on, nothing else mattered. And I was just like, what are you doing here? He's like, bro, I ran. And I was just like, are you serious? Because I ran too. I got scared. Bro, did we just leave our girlfriends back there?
Oh my God.
So when you ask me if I'm fight or flight, I'm definitely flight. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you mean to me. If I'm in a situation where I feel like my life is in danger, I'm gone. Yeah. Every man for himself. Good luck. I hope you get out of it safe. I'm not going to stick around to find out.
Yeah, so for me, I guess, I would say recently I've kind of discovered this. If something like terrifies me, I just go silent, and I'm just like looking around the rooms like, okay, what do I do? What's going on? So like I don't necessarily fight right away or run away right away. I just like look as like assess the situation. Can I take it or can I beat it up? No, then I'll run. If I was like, I could probably physically beat this thing up, maybe. I could maybe do it if I pick up that pipe and just hit it or something. But yeah, I'm in the between. Like my thing is I would think about what I would do first.
See, he just wants to play the hero, but that just gets you in trouble, man. You're just like that interactive video game. I don't remember what it was called.
Heavy Rain.
No, not that one. You and Isaac both played it.
Until Dawn.
Is that what it was?
The one where you had a group of friends.
Yeah,
you
and
go
like
to a
they had
cabin.
go to a cabin. They had these like monster thingies.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be you, like analyzing the situation. Like,
It
can
really is.
can I take it or do I have to run? And then you would make your decision, and you think it's the right decision, and you're just like, oh, that person died. All right, wait, hold up. What if I start over and do the other decision? So then you go through the process again, and you do the other choice. Oh wait, but now that one died.
See the thing
So
about
now what do I do?
See, the thing is, I hate Until Dawn. Like I was super hyped for this game because it's like choose your own ending and like every decision you made. No, your decisions don't matter. People still die in certain ways. Like you can save everyone, but that's dependent of your quick time and like the story is the same exact story throughout the whole game. If they had did something like Detroit Becoming Human, where that story could completely be different depending on your choices. But like Until Dawn, it is like
it was it was scripted.
It was super scripted.
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter if that person died or that person did.
Yeah, when the game came out, they made it seem like you were controlling the game. Like your choices that you made basically made the outcome on the end, but it really didn't.
Yeah, so that's what I really didn't like about Until Dawn. But then yeah, Detroit came out. Fantastic graphics, fantastic story. Like, cause like I think it was halfway when I was playing it on my own personal time. I was like, I want these two main characters to fight, and I managed to do that in my first playthrough. Like they actually had like a last standoff fight, and then you could also have it where these characters are like best friends and working together, or you could have them where they barely even interacted with each other. I was like, see, that's the story that I like. I like that I could craft my. That's what I wanted Until Dawn to be because it was a horror game that you could mess with. But then I did my second playthrough. I didn't even finish it. It's like this is the same game.
I can't play games like that. To me, when it's games like that, they don't even seem like actual games.
I mean, it is kind of like a movie, but like I love watching those story kind of things.
Oh god. So and the reason why I don't enjoy playing those games is, like I said, to me, a video game is something where you have control of it and you do all the actions and everything. So when it's like scripted cutscenes like that, to me, it's boring.
Uh-huh.
But I did have one of the greatest moments in my life with one of those games.
Yeah.
And so basically, I was playing with my friend Roman.
Uh-huh.
And we were, we're the kind of people where we play the same games every time, all the time.
Yeah.
Like we rarely venture out from what we like to enjoy playing.
Yeah.
And so one day he was just like, "Hey, I noticed that there's a couple games on sale. Do you want to see if we can find something new?" And I'm like, "Sure." So we're sitting there, we're looking through the different games on Steam, and we come across one called A Way Out.
Oh, yeah, it's the two prisoners.
Yeah,
and stuff.
2 prisoners. Okay. And so it was fairly cheap. And Roman's like, "Dude, let's give it a shot. Like, it's a co-op game. Like, it looks like the trailer looks pretty cool. It seems like the two of us have to work together to get out of prison."
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. So I was expecting a video game,
Yeah.
like something where, you move around the prison freely and try to figure out how to escape. Well, it turns out it was one of those like interactive scripted games where you have to put in certain commands to set off the next cutscene type of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've seen other people play that.
Yeah. So we start playing it, and once I found that out, I was like, okay, it's one of those. This is going to be boring, but he wants to play it, so we'll give it a shot. And it's a good thing that I did because I had, like I said, one of the greatest moments in my entire life. And so, if you don't know me, I have the biggest, like, childish sense of humor. Like to me, like farts and butt jokes and stuff like that.
That's
like
the type of
yeah,
person.
like if you want to get me to laugh, like that's what you gotta do. It's just the most childish stuff. So we're playing this game, and so they have it set up where it's like it's split screen.
Yeah.
So like I'm seeing what I'm doing and I'm seeing what Roman's doing, even though we're in two different places. And my character was already in prison. His character was arriving to prison. And there's a scene where they strip search one of the characters, which was the character Roman was playing as. He was arriving. And so I'm kind of like up on like a scaffolding looking down at him. And Roman's character is now butt naked, getting squirted by water. Like they had a fire hose and they're just hosing down this naked man, and you just see his butt. And I had to do something to basically make the next cut scene come in. But because I was so busy laughing, you just had this dude getting hosed with water, his bare butt just on the screen, and me and Roman were just dying. Like we couldn't continue. It was just like we sat there for what felt like for 20 minutes trying to breathe because we were laughing so
just
hard.
because you were looking at a butt?
Yeah, just because we were looking at a butt.
Oh, man.
But like, so I just, to me, those games are so boring, but like, I'm so happy I played that one because it gave me one of the greatest moments in my life.
Dude's butt. Got
Yeah.
it. We know where you are on the spectrum.
God.
Yeah.
But so, to kind of get back to the spooky topics, I got one last spooky story that I want to say.
Okay.
And so this one, kind of give you some background information. The house that I grew up in was there was I would say some spooky stuff that kind of like would happen.
Yeah, because like I actually know a little bit about your growing up house because I mean I've talked to your little brother before and he's told me stories about it.
So kind of just like some weird things that would happen as we were growing up as kids, like the basement in this house. When we first moved in, the way the house looked was completely different because we've remodeled since then. But when we first moved in, the walls were painted in a way where it was kind of like splatter paint. And so like there was one room in the basement that just kind of like stood out from all the other ones because it was done in white and black. And so we always just kind of got like weird vibes from the basement, and we just avoided it. And there was like one incident where my mom was doing laundry because the laundry room was down in the basement, and she had everything like neatly folded like on a bench. I mean, she went upstairs to go do something, and when she came back down, everything that she had neatly folded was on the floor, all scattered and everything. And my mom instantly thought it was one of us. She was like, "Which one of you did this?" And we're like, "None of us. Like, we don't go down there. Like, we refuse to go down in the basement." And it, like, growing up as kids, like, if we did have to go down there, we would go in groups. Like, just like, "Hey, come with me," because, like, there's power in numbers.
Yeah.
And so that was just kind of, like, some background knowledge on, like, how we felt towards the basement of this house.
Okay.
And so we were at an age where my older brother would take care of us. And my mom would work nights. So like my older brother would basically babysit us while she was at work. And we're all upstairs watching TV, and it was kind of a stormy
Mm-hmm.
day. So like there was like rain and like thunder off in the distance. And everyone says that like running water and like electricity kind of enhances like paranormal activity.
Yeah.
And so we're all upstairs and we're watching TV and we hear like a bang, like a loud thud
Mm-hmm.
from the basement. And we're like, okay, what was that? So we're not, you know, we're just trying to ignore it. And all of a sudden we hear another bang down in the basement. And like, you know, by this time we've realized like, nah, dude, this isn't like thunder or whatever. Like this is inside the house coming from the basement. And so
That's the area you guys are all terrified.
yeah, and that's where we're all terrified. So, you know, my mom, you know, she's at work and my older brother calls her and goes, "Hey, we're hearing stuff like inside the house down in the basement." And she goes, "Well, is anyone inside the house? Like, is anyone trying to break in?" And we're like, "We don't know. Like, we're too scared to go down there and look."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Okay, well, hold on. Let me call my sister and I'll send her over to just kind of look over the house and make sure that no one's trying to break in or anything."
Mm-hmm.
So while we're waiting for her, you know, we're all just like freaked out. We're waiting, and my aunt shows up,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, she's just like, "Okay, I'm here. Like, I'll go downstairs and make sure everything's okay." Like, she's on the phone with my mom and everything. And like we told my mom, like, we don't want to stay here, and she's like, "That's fine. Like, your aunt's gonna take you. You're gonna stay the night with her." So we all gather our blankets and pillows and stuff, and we run out to our car, you know, because it's, you know, still raining by this point.
Mm-hmm.
And while my aunt is there,
Mm-hmm.
they hear a third bang coming from the basement. And my aunt is on the phone with my mom, and she goes, "They're not lying. I just heard it. It's down in the basement." So my oldest brother, my aunt looks at him and goes, "Hey, you're going to come with me
Mm-hmm.
to see if anything is going on down there." And so we're in the car and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So him and my aunt go down the stairs, and the way the house is set up is, so it's kind of like a split foyer. So you have stairs that go upstairs
And then
into like a living room area, and then you have stairs that go downstairs
Mm-hmm.
into the basement. And then there is just a wall to your left, so you can't go left. You can only go right.
Yeah.
And if you go down the stairs and in through the doorway to the basement and look to the right, you have a straight shot of that bedroom that I was telling you guys about that's black and white. And so after the third bang, my aunt convinced my brother to go down with her. So they go down the stairs, they hang a right, and they said that the bedroom door to that room was wide open,
Mm-hmm.
and there was 3 black shadowy figures. And when they noticed that they were there, the door slammed shut, and they just booked it on out of there. They were just like, "Nope, we're not sticking around." They got in the car, we shut the garage, we left. And like, so like up until that point, like that was probably the peak of the craziest paranormal stuff that happened in that house that after that, my mom was like, you know what? I'm going to get a hold of the priest. I'm going to have the house exorcised or, so they basically, because like I said previously, like we were raised Catholic and everything. So they had a Catholic priest come in and he did an exorcism on the house and everything. And, but, we had that happen. And it's just like there's so many there's a whole nother story that I could tell you guys about that room that involved a video camera. But I feel like that'll be a story for potentially the future. So with that being said, unless Randy has anything other than
I have control here, buddy.
You have control here?
Well, the thing is too, let's discuss a little bit after that, just for a story. Because like with that too, like I was thinking like, how would I have done like as an adult now if I was asked to go to your house and get the kids out and all that stuff, and I saw that. I guess I wouldn't like if I saw 3 shadowy figures, I would be like, okay, it could be ghosts, but it also could be people. I probably would have called the cops. I don't know if she ever did that. I don't even remember that story because you came to my place that night, or Nift, and what he says, Nift.
Yep. So now that was commented in the comments, yeah. So the aunt that came to pick us up is actually Gio's mom.
Oh, you just outed that he was Lost Nightmare.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Dramatic reveal.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I feel like because there was an actual adult there, like there's truth behind it. Like it wasn't just like kids making up stories. Like there was an adult that witnessed it, and like I said, there was stuff that happened prior to that, that just didn't make any sense. And
yeah. So yeah, because like I actually remember your little brother telling me about that story too. Yeah. And it's like, God, that is crazy. That, because like again, like I would say I had a privileged childhood. I don't live in any I don't think I lived into like anything spooky other than watching scary movies and stuff.
Okay, so we got a brief moment here. I might as well just kind of give you guys an idea of like what I was gonna say with the whole camera in that room. So
okay,
that exact same room that whole event happened in.
Yeah.
So we went down there.
Yeah, that night my mom was real spooked.
Yeah, we went there as older kids, and this was like right before we were going to remodel the house.
Yeah.
So everything was still like in that black and white color scheme, yeah.
The splatter paint.
Yeah, and so we took a camera and we went into that room, and when we were filming the walls, dude, the video literally made it look like you could see faces in the walls and stuff, and like it almost looked 3-dimensional.
See, like, okay, I had like, not to downplay your thing, but like I remember because like with this house, you can see that there's like kind of like splatter paint too. There was one point as a kid I looked up, and it was probably for my imagination, but I'm sure you guys had actually something legit happen there. But like for me as a kid, there was one time I was looking at the ceiling and I was just like looking at the pattern. One of them does look like a face, and it's like I'm gonna turn my bed on the other side and the other way. Yeah. But yeah, that would be terrifying, like looking at a camera and just like a face. Because like when I went to college, I got a electronics degree, and we were like making a haunted house thing for one of the Halloweens, and like we made this like fabric thing where we put a mannequin's face on the other thing, so we could like push it forward, so it looked like a wall, but the fabric would stretch so you could have a face coming at it. So that's what I would imagine. That's what you guys saw at that time.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is. Like we recorded it all and everything, and we had it like a videotape, but I have no idea what happened to it. I don't even think anyone in my family knows what happened to it.
The ghost ate it. They
Probably.
brought it back with them.
That or we just like decided like, this isn't good energy. We got to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's probably true. It probably was like a bad energy, and like you
Yeah.
want to like get rid of all that stuff.
Yeah, because I can go to that house now and hang out in the basement.
Yeah, and like I've been to that
Yeah.
house, and I don't feel like. Tell you the truth, now thinking about it, I don't think I've ever been in your guys' basement. I've always been on the upstairs.
Yeah.
But then we never really had a reason to go down there. So, but
Hey, funny thing is, little side note.
yeah,
When I first started dating my wife,
yeah.
we watched Silent Hill in that basement. It was shortly after I told her that exact same story.
Oh, she
And
wanted
yeah,
the real fear.
Yeah, and I want to say like that it creeped her out.
yeah,
Yeah.
it had that energy.
Yeah, it had that energy.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say this is probably a good time to probably call it. And I would like to thank everyone in the chat. Lost Nightmare, Happy Jim, and then Alyssa was in there before. Thank you all for coming and watching our stream. Any closing thoughts for you, Abe?
Just, thanks. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to, keep pushing these out and, the next one.
Yep. So Sunday we'll have a brand new topic, and I hope you guys will enjoy. And I will try sending out some little like teasers or something for that. So like be on the watch for my community, or you could follow me on Twitter, and I'll post basically on both sides. I'm not consistent on the wording, but yeah, there will be like maybe some teaser images or something I'll throw out there. So, all right. And anything else from you, Abe?
Just remember, Abe on Sundays.
That is the actual name of this podcast, by the way. I don't know if we actually explained that, but yeah, this podcast will be called Abe on Sundays. So,
All right. See ya.
see you later.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Kill lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you